Hi friends, welcome to my channel in my intermediate Vedic Mathematics course. So before I start today's topics, what we did last time. Last time we had seen how to multiply with the numbers which are ending in 9. For example, the numbers like 19, 29, 39 up to 99. How to multiply with that numbers, we have learned the shortcuts for that. And today we are going to start with something different. Now we are going to start with the division, and in division in particular we are going to see how to divide any number by the number 11. So division by 11, which is very interesting and very important topics. Division by 11. So let us first see how to divide by 11. Let us see an example. First question: 543 divided by 11. Please listen to me very carefully. We are using here base method. We are using base method. So here you remember that when you divide this by 11, you can just put a line like this, and here the base is how much? Base is 10, right? And the difference from base, difference of the number from the base is how much? You have to find out the difference like this. Difference is the base minus number. Difference is base minus number. I hope you can see it. Difference is base minus number. I'll write again. Difference base minus number. Here base is 10, number is 11, so the difference is minus 1. Okay, remember it. Difference is minus 1. So when the difference is minus 1, you should write here minus 1, or you can write 1 bar. It is all the same, because I have already told you in the bar method that minus 1 is equivalent to 1 bar. This negative sign can be represented by bar. So 1 bar. Now we'll start dividing it. So what you do is, first you just take down this number 5 here. Take down 5 here. Now multiply this 5 with this difference. 5 into 1 bar. 5 into 1 bar is 5 bar. Any positive number multiplied with a bar number converts into a bar. So 5 into 1 bar is 5 bar. So write down 5 bar here. And then what is the difference between the two? 4 and 5 bar. When you add these two, it becomes 1 bar. Well, this is nothing but minus 5. 4 minus 5 is minus 1, and minus 1 is 1 bar. Now then again, you have to multiply this 1 bar with this 1 bar. But before that, remember one thing. Here the base is 10. When the base is 10, there is 1 0 here. When there is 1 0, put a line after 1 digit. Right? So you can just initially put like this. If there is 1 0, so you put a line after 1 bar. This side is our remainder side. This side is our quotient side. Now we have got 1 bar here. Multiply this 1 bar with this 1 bar. 1 bar into 1 bar means minus 1 into minus 1 is equal to plus 1. So you write down plus 1 here. Okay. Now just 3 plus 1 is 4. So here 5, 1 bar is the quotient and this is your remainder, but we have to convert this 1 bar into normal number. So you have to devinculate it. In the bar numbers I have told you in my introductory Vedic Mathematics course, there is bar number can be converted into normal number by devinculation. So what you do is 10 minus 1 is 9 and reduce this by one number, it becomes 49. 49, and here the remainder is 4, means 49 is the quotient and 4 is the remainder. I will explain the whole process once again. 543 divided by 11. Here in the doing base method, base is 10. The difference of the number from the base is, it is found by base minus the number. Base is 10, number is 11, 10 minus 11 is minus 1. Minus 1 is the difference we write down here in the form of 1 bar. We can write minus 1 also, but you can write 1 bar also here, doesn't matter. Now take down this 5 as it is here. Now multiply this 1 bar with this 5 to make it 5 bar, put down 5 bar here. Now 4 and 5 bar, when you add these two you get 1 bar. Then again this 1 bar with 1 bar. So you just put down like this, then you multiply with this. And so 1 bar into 1 bar is 1. So put down 1 here. Now 3 plus 1 is 4. This is 1 bar, this is 5. Now devinculate it, convert it into normal number. The process is reduce it from all from 9, last from 10. That is what was the sutra. First number we reduce from 10, it becomes 9. And there is no other bar, so there is nothing, not to do anything else, only you have to reduce this number by number 1. When you devinculate any number, the predecessor number before that should be reduced by number 1. So it's 4. So 1, it becomes 9, this becomes reduced by 1 number, 4, it becomes 49, 4 quotient and 4 is R. I would request you to see my introductory Vedic Mathematics course. You can understand the vinculation, how to do it. Vinculation and devinculation, bar numbers. Introduction to bar number, it's there. Concepts of bar number is there. Right. So we have seen the first question and we have seen the method. Here the quotient is 49, remainder is R. Now, while doing this division with 11, few situation comes. There are 3 situations. You should know about these 3 situations. The first situation is the remainder positive less than divisor. Second case, remainder positive more than divisor. And the third case is remainder negative. Now how to deal with these 3 cases? One is remainder is positive but it is less than divisor. Second is remainder is positive but it is more than divisor. And the third case is remainder is negative. The first case, remainder is positive less than divisor, nothing is to be done. It's normal. For example, I'll show an example. Divisor, say divisor is, since we are talking about 11, divisor 11, and say the remainder is positive and less than divisor, it's 9. Nothing is to be done because we are dividing it by 11, the remainder comes to 9. So obviously nothing is to be done. The divisor will remain as it is and the remainder will remain as it is. The remainder will become 9 and that will be your answer. So then the first case is a normal case, nothing is to be done. Let us see the next case where remainder is positive but it's more than divisor. the second case. So let us suppose the divisor is 11 and remainder is 13 and quotient is 5. Now this is the situation, divisor is 11, quotient is 5, remainder is 13. Now when you divide by 11 and the remainder comes to 13, it is not acceptable because this can further be divided by 11. So what is to be done? You just take another, divide this 13 by 11, right? So if you divide 13 by 11, what happens? Quotient becomes 1 and remainder becomes 2, right? So what you do is, your quotient is 5. So add this, your final answer will become quotient is 5. Now one quotient you have got more by further division, 5 plus 1 is 6 and your remainder will become 13. By dividing by 1's 11, what comes out? 2 remains as the remainder. The final quotient is 6, final remainder is 2, that will be your answer. So whenever the remainder is positive and it's more than the divisor, we have to divide it once again and you have to find out how many times 11 goes into 13. It goes up to 1 only. So you just add this 1 with 5 plus 1, your previous quotient. It becomes 6. And what was the remainder was there 13. One time we have divided by 11, so minus 11 it becomes 2. If it goes 2 times, you will divide by 11 into 22, you will reduce it by 22. If it goes 3 times, you will reduce it by 33. And here similarly we will increase here as many as time it goes. It has gone 1 time, we have added 1. If it goes 2 times, we will plus add it by 2, 3 like this. That is the way. We'll see an example where you will understand this thing, but just follow this process. Now the third case is where the remainder is negative. Remainder is negative. Negative remainder is not acceptable at all. So for example, suppose you have got divisor is 11, your quotient is 5 and your remainder is, for example, 9 bar. 9 bar means minus 9, negative. Are you getting the point? Divisor is 11, your quotient is 5 and the remainder is 9 bar. Now how we are going to do? Now since the remainder is 9, what we do is, instead of accepting this quotient as 5, reduce this quotient to 4 and add 11 with this. For example, suppose if you show here, there is something like 11 and you divide it by, say for example, 64. Any number 55, 9, 46, say for example 46. Suppose you divide it by 5. Just imagine, I will take an example, and it becomes 55. 5 11s are 55. What do you get? Minus 9. This is the situation. Here the remainder is minus 9, the quotient is 5 and the divisor is 11. So what you do is, rather than taking it as 5, reduce it to 4 and add 11 with this. You have taken 11 and you have reduced your quotient to 4 and your answer will become, now your remainder will become 2 and your quotient will become 4. See, 4 into 11, 44 plus 2, 46. This tallies. So what is then? Simply what you try to understand it, when the remainder is negative, add the divisor with this as many as time is required to make it positive. So if you add 11 with this, how much it becomes? 11 plus 9 bar is, say for example 11 you add with it. How much it becomes? Positive 2. Minus 9 plus 11 is 2. And since we have taken one divisor, reduce this by 1 and make it 4. So the ultimate answer is the quotient is 4 and the remainder is r. Just by adding the divisor once or twice, as many as time required. For example, the remainder is 13 bar. So what you do is, if you add 11 with it, it still remains 2 bar. So what you do is, take it 2 times, add 22. The remainder becomes now 9. And here you reduce it by, not by 1 but by 2. It becomes 3. Right? Have you followed it? I'll take an example and then I'll make you know. So we'll see all these examples. Whatever questions, whatever situation you have seen, just remember it. I will just do one by one. Remainder is positive and less than divisor. That is our first case. So I will take an example of it. Let us divide 6,000 to 1. 60021 divided by 11. So we write 1 bar here. Here the base is, I hope you remember, base is 10. If the base is 10, we put a line here after 1 digit. Now, put down 6 as it is. It becomes 6. Now 6 into 1 bar, 6 bar. Now 0 plus 6 bar, it is 6 bar. Then again multiply this 1 bar with 6 bar is, how much it becomes? Minus 1 into minus 6 is 6. Now 0 plus 6 is 6. Right? 0 plus 6 is 6. 6 into minus 1. 1 bar is 6 bar. And it becomes 4 bar. 4 bar into 1 bar is 4. Answer is here. Remainder is 5. Now there are 2 bars here which will convert here through devinculation. 10 minus 4 is 6. Now there is no bar here, so we'll reduce it by 1 and 5. Then again 6 bar. Again we'll reduce it from 10. Since it's not continuous, you'll start again with 10. 10. 10 minus 6, 4. Reduce this by 1, it becomes 4. 5, 4, 5, 6 is the quotient and remainder is 5. I'll tell you once again, this is a simple method. Here remainder is positive, less than divisor, nothing is to be done. This is the final answer. So what we did, 6 comes down, 1 bar into 6, 6 bar, 0 plus 6 bar, 6 bar. Now 6 bar into 1 bar, 6, positive 6, minus 1 into minus 6, 6, 6 plus 0, 6, 6 into 1 bar, 6 bar, 2 into 6, 2 plus 6 bar, 4 bar, and then 4 bar into 1 bar is 4, right here 4, 1 plus 4 is 5, 4 bar 6, 6 bar 6. Convert this 6, 4, 6, it reduce from 10, it becomes 6, reduce this by number 1 is 5, and then again 10 minus 6 is 4, and then this is reduced by 5. Please go through my concepts of bar number in introductory course. So 5, 4, 5, 6 is the quotient and 5 is the remainder. That is the first case. Let us now see an next example for our second case. And if you remember, the second case is remainder is positive but more than divisor. This is the second case. I'll take an example of that. 58708 708 divided by 11 here put down 1 bar, right here, base is 10, put one line after one digit, bring down 5 as it is, 5 into 1 bar is 5 bar, it becomes 8 minus 5 bar, 8 plus 5 bar is 3, 3 into 1 bar is 3 bar, 7 plus 3 bar is 4, 4 into 1 bar is 4 bar, and then it becomes 4 bar here. 4 bar into 1 bar is 4, so you put here 4. Here it becomes 8 plus 4, 12. Now you see the remainder is more than the divisor. It is positive, but it's more than the divisor. So there are two things we need to do. One thing is you have to treat this, and there is one devinculation case. So devinculate. First let us devinculate it. 10 minus 4 is 6. Reduce this by 1, it becomes 3. 5, 3, 3, 6. And now this is 12. So what do you do it? Let the 11 go into this one time. So if it goes one time, then 1 remains the remainder. So we do 5, 3, 3, 6. We'll take 11 out of it. So we'll add 1 to it, because now we're getting 111 out of this. And this becomes 12 minus 11. Because we are dividing by 11, the 12 minus 11, and we are adding 1, this 11 which comes from that side to this side, we add here, it becomes 5337, and here it becomes 1, and that is the answer. 5337 is the quotient, 1 is the remainder. So what it did is, when there is 12, we divide it by 11 mentally, so we get 111 which we add here, and reduce this side by 111. So it becomes 5337 and it becomes 1. That is the actual division. If you divide it, this is the actual thing, 5337, and remainder comes to 1. We have done it so simply. Otherwise it is a whole lengthy process of doing division. So you can do it like this. I hope you have understood it. It's clear to you, I suppose. Okay, now let me do the third case. The third case, remainder is negative. Remainder is negative. Let's take an example. 9, 4, this is our third example. 9, 4, 2, 3 divided by 11. One bar, the base is 10, so you put one line here. Now you put down 9 as it is. 1 bar into 9 is 9 bar, and you get here 4 plus 9 bar is 5 bar. 5 bar into 1 bar is how much? 5. So it becomes 7. 7 into 1 bar is 7 bar. 3 plus 7 bar is 4 bar. You see this has become negative. Remainder is negative. So first we will treat this 7, devinculate this, 10 minus 5 is 5, reduce this by 1, 8. 8, 5, 7, 4 bar. Now what I told you, when this becomes like this, we will add one quotient to this, and will reduce this quotient by the divisor. Add one divisor to it, because by adding 1 means adding 1 time 11, we get positive number, because minus 4 plus 11 becomes 7, and here we take out, suppose 857, we write it like here, 857. We take 111 out of this, so we reduce this by 1. So this becomes 856, and this becomes 11 minus 4 is 7. 856 and 7. I hope you have understood it. We take down 9 as it is. 1 bar into 9 bar is 9 bar. 4 plus 9 bar is 5 bar. 5 bar into 1 bar is 5. 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 into 1 bar is 7 bar. 3 plus 7 bar is 4 bar. If you go through my video on treatment of bar numbers, you will understand all these processes, how to add it or reduce it. All these things you'll find, how to multiply it, 2 bar numbers, how to add 2 bar numbers. You'll understand it from there. So you should follow that. So now here what has happened, the remainder is negative. The remainder is negative, what you do is take one divisor, because one divisor is sufficient. If you add one divisor, it becomes positive. So we add one divisor here and take out this one divisor from here. So 11 we add here, and 1 we reduce from here because we have taken 111 out of this. So 857 minus 1, 856, and this becomes 7. This is your quotient and this is your remainder. I hope you have understood it. It's simple. Only thing is the concept has to be very clear. Now this thing is very, very important, because whenever you will do any division with 11, any of these situations may come. If it is positive and less than divisor, no issue. But if the divisor is more than the divisor, then you have to do it accordingly. If it is negative, then again you have to do it accordingly. So you should have the very clear concept of number one, the vinculums, the bar numbers, and this concept. All these three cases you have to remember in your mind. Then it will become very easy for you dividing by 11 in a very shortcut manner, right? I hope you have understood it. So if you have understood it, I'll give you an exercise, few questions to do, 4 questions to do, so that you can practice yourself. Exercise 254 divided by 11, 948 divided by 11, 8708 divided by 11, and 8423 divided by 11. Do try these few questions, 4 questions yourself. The more you practice, the more you do, you will learn it very well, better, because this is the exercise you are doing, and after that in a revision session we again will do that. So that repeated practice, and you just take out problem yourself, any number, just divide by 11, try to divide by 11. So you will find different situations, and that will give you a practice and your understanding about this properly, right? So I hope you have understood it, and you will try accordingly as I have said you, and you will practice these questions. If you find any difficulty, do not understand it, please do write in the comments box. I'll respond to your questions, whatever you ask me, right? So if you have liked this video, please do subscribe to my channel if you have not done so as yet. Please hit the bell icon, like and share it with others, so that others can also learn benefit of this and get the benefit of learning Vedic mathematics from here, right? So what you have done today, we have done division by 11, which is a very, very important topics. Now next time what you are going to do? Next time again I am going to do very important topics, division by 12. You have seen division by 11, and next time we are going to see how to divide by 12. That's very interesting, and that will really give you a very good understanding about division. So division by 12 is our next session. So till the time we meet you again with my new session, right? All the best. Please take care of yourself, and please don't forget to practice the sums, right? That will really give you the benefit of learning the Vedic mathematics properly. With that, thank you very much. All the best. Take care.